Some of the biggest Disney money mistakes happened before you ever stepped into the parks. Today, I'm sharing 5 planning mistakes that can cost families hundreds of dollars, and most people don't even realize they're making them. Hi, I'm Christina from Let's Make Memories Travel. These aren't about taking the cheapest Disney vacation. They're about making smart planning decisions so you can spend your money on things your family will actually enjoy. Before we jump in, I do want to mention that these are things we've learned from our own Disney trips. We've stayed on-site and off-site, we've used hotel points, we've bought park hopper for some of our trips, and we've skipped it on others. And as a travel advisor, I've helped families compare all of these options too. So these aren't just random tips from the internet. This is how I actually help families decide what makes the most sense for their vacation. So let's jump in. The first planning mistake is buying ticket options that you don't actually need. The biggest example is Park Hopper or Park Hopper Plus. Park Hopper lets you visit more than one park in a day, and Park Hopper Plus also includes Disney water parks. They're both great options if you're actually going to use them. For our family, it really depends on how long we're staying. If we're at Disney for 4 or 5 days, we usually skip Park Hopper. We have plenty of time to enjoy one park each day, go back to the resort if we want to rest, and then head back to the same park later that evening. But on our last trip, we only had 3 days to visit all 4 parks, and in that case, Park Hopper absolutely made sense. We spent the morning at Animal Kingdom and then hopped over to Epcot because Animal Kingdom is usually more of a half-day park for us these days. And another day we started at Hollywood Studios and ended at Epcot because we wanted better dining options that evening. So I'm definitely not saying don't buy Park Hopper. I'm saying buy it because it fits your vacation. Before you purchase it, ask yourself one simple question. Are we actually planning to visit more than one park in a day? If the answer is yes, it may absolutely be worth the extra cost. The second mistake is waiting until you get to Disney to buy your tickets. You'd actually be surprised how often I see people doing this. Every time we're at Disney or Universal, I usually see someone standing at the ticket booths buying tickets that morning. When you buy tickets at the gate, you're typically paying the highest available price, and you're also spending valuable vacation time standing in line instead of making memories inside the parks. Even if there isn't a ticket promotion running, there are often ways to save money ahead of time. Maybe that's a discount. Maybe it's buying discounted gift cards from somewhere like Sam's Club to pay for your tickets. The point is, buying ahead almost always saves more than waiting until the day you arrive. The third planning mistake is assuming the advertised Disney deal is automatically the best deal. Disney almost always has promotions running. Sometimes it's room discounts, sometimes it's a vacation package, sometimes it's a Disney Plus offer. And if you're a Florida resident, military, or you have an annual pass, there's almost always a promotion for you. The important thing isn't memorizing every discount, it's comparing them. And one of the biggest mistakes I see is assuming the vacation package has the best value. Sometimes a room-only discount saves you more money, and sometimes staying off-site and buying tickets separately is actually a better deal. It really depends on your family's trip. One thing I actually love doing as a travel advisor is comparing all of these options. I'm kind of a spreadsheet nerd. I'll price out different resorts, different discounts, and even off-site options so families can actually see which one gives them the best overall value. That's exactly how I plan our vacations too. Now, this one might be a little controversial, but automatically buying the Disney dining plan, I actually think the Disney dining plan can be fantastic for the right family. When my husband went on his first Disney trip, we wanted to do several character meals, so it made a lot more sense for us to look at the dining plan. But if you have little kids, picky eaters, or anyone who just doesn't eat large meals, it can be really difficult to get your money's worth. For our family, Disney snacks are part of the experience. A lot of times we'll split 2 meals between the 3 of us because the portions are big, and then we'll snack throughout the day. That's just how we enjoy Disney. So before adding the dining plan, take a few minutes to look through the menus. Think about how your family actually eats. If you're planning lots of character meals in table service restaurants, it might be the best value. If you're more like us and enjoying splitting meals or grabbing snacks around the park, paying out of pocket might make more sense. The last planning mistake is assuming you have to stay on Disney property or assuming you should never stay on Disney property. There's a pros and cons to both. Personally, I love staying on site. I love Disney transportation. I love early entry, and honestly, I just love being in the Disney bubble. But we've also stayed off site several times because it made more financial sense. One thing I always check before booking a trip is whether we have enough hotel points to cover an off-site stay. We've done that before, and when your hotel is basically free because you're using points, it's pretty hard to pass that up. And at the end of the day, I'm looking for the best value for our family because we like visiting Disney multiple times. Now, if this is your once-in-a-lifetime Disney vacation, I'd probably recommend staying on site because there really is something special about being completely immersed in the Disney experience. But if staying off-site saves you several $100s or even lets you stay for free using hotel points, that could absolutely be a better option for your family. There isn't one right answer. It's about choosing the options that fits your family's priorities. So those are the 5 planning mistakes I see families make before they even arrive at Disney. The biggest takeaway is this: don't book your Disney vacation based on what someone else says is the best option. The best option is the one that fits your family's budget, your travel style, and your priorities. That's exactly how we plan our own vacations, and it's how I help my clients plan theirs. So if you found this video helpful, I'd love for you to subscribe for more family-friendly Disney, Universal, and cruise planning tips. And if you're starting to plan your own vacation, I'd love to help you make sure you're getting the best value for your family's trip. You can always reach out to us at letsmakememoriestravel.com. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.